No pardon has been offered from President Trump for any of these people. There's no discussion of pardon or clemency. There has been no reeling back of these agencies to the point where they can't do what they're doing. There's not even any talk of actually taking the power from these agencies and returning it to the states. So let me ask you, now that we have a Republican House, a Republican Senate, and a Republican President who are now pushing for Obamacare Light. How many of you know about that? How many of you think the federal government, oops, I forgot to turn on my clicker. How many of you think the federal government is still out of control?
Absolutely.
Why? Why would the federal government still be out of control when we all went to the ballot box and we did everything we could to ensure that the right people got in? Well, number one, voting doesn't secure liberty. John Philpott Grant said it's the common fate of the indolent to see their rights become prey to the active. The condition upon which God grants liberty to man is eternal vigilance. And if that condition is broken, servitude is his punishment and the immediate indication of his guilt. The preservation of liberty requires daily dedication, daily observation, and daily remotivation of our representatives. Daily. And that doesn't happen once every 4 years or once every 2 years. Voting does not secure liberty. Number two, how are we sending the right people to Washington, D.C.? Do you know one of the latest congressional polls says that Congress has an 11% approval rating? One author tried to make a joke and said, statistically speaking, cockroaches have a higher approval rating than our congressmen. How is it that our congressmen have an 11% approval rating and a 95% re-election? Is that really sending the right people to do the right job? The other thing is this, which really supersedes 1 and 2. Number 3 is the most powerful. The federal government is not the solution to your problems. Our framers, how many of you think that our framers were smart? How many of you would even entertain the idea that several of them were probably genius level? So these men, these people that we admit were highly intelligent, maybe even genius level, would not have been so stupid to make the only check and balance on the government itself. That doesn't make any sense. Jefferson said, if the states look with apathy on this silent descent of their government into the gulf which is to swallow all, this gulf which is to swallow all is Washington, D.C. That's what he's referring to, Washington, D.C. We will have only to weep over the human character formed uncontrollable but by a rod of iron. Because you see, if the states are not checking the federal government, then we don't have a constitutional republic. What we have is a union of colonies in a federal kingdom, and the only way you check a kingdom is through a rod of iron. That's the little mini lesson Jefferson's trying to teach us. So we need to see, how do the states have this right to check the federal government? Well, it's a matter of who came first. Let me ask you a question. Who came first, the states or the federal government? The states. The states came first. How first? I mean, how long did we exist federal government that we know today? Well, first thing we have to do is correct how we teach the formation of our states. We are teaching in our schools, I don't know, some of our more seasoned patriots out there, I don't know if we taught this back then, but we are teaching in our schools and have, at least since I was in school, that our states became independent of Great Britain with the signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. After all, that's why we celebrate our independence on July 4th, right? That's when our states became independent. Only that's not true. Our states did not become independent on July 4th, and the only person that signed the Declaration of Independence on July 4th was John Hancock. The rest of the states did not sign the Declaration of Independence until the end of August. Our states actually became independent from Great Britain on July 2nd, 1776, with the ratification of the Lee Resolution. The Lee Resolution, a three-step process to declaring independence from Great Britain. I just had to laugh. I'm sorry. Sometimes when I'm teaching, funny things run through my head. Ever had that happen when you're talking to somebody who's like, ooh? How many of you heard that that we must follow a three-step process to repealing Obamacare? How about we follow this three-step process? What do you think? Three-step process to declaring independence from Great Britain, presented to the Continental Congress by Richard Henry Lee, a delegate from the state of Virginia, on June 7, 1776. And on July 2nd, 1776, the Lee Resolution was brought to the Continental Congress floor. It was debated, voted, and ratified into law. We became independent on July 2nd, not as a matter of random act by a bunch of rogue separatists, rich elite slave owners who wanted to ensure they had power to oppress. No.